The governor also providing an update today on small businesses.
Yeah, we continue hearing about restaurants that are closing down, citing the pandemic, such as Birch and historic Venus de Milo just this week. Brandon Truitt live in Providence for us. Brandon, Governor Raimondo says more money's on the way.
Yeah, Brian and Kim, some of these restaurants, though, tell me it's just too little, too late. You know, I heard the pandemic described today as a perfect storm, and tonight there is a growing list of local restaurants who say they are now closing for good.
Right now, every little bit counts.
Look at this, a list of the more than 15 Rhode Island area restaurants confirming they have or are closing as a result of the pandemic. Places like Redfin Crudo, Birch, and Lex Burger, spanning cities from Providence, North Kingstown, Newport, and more. Some of them telling me it's due to capacity restrictions, a lack of employees, and the required investments to meet new COVID mandates.
That extra money is critical right now.
Del Venturini is the president and CEO of the Rhode Island Hospitality Association. She's responding to the news from Governor Gina Raimondo today. The governor expanding eligibility requirements for Restore RI grants. Now, any restaurant showing more than a 30% loss of profit or with less than 50 employees can apply for help starting next week.
To fund initiatives that make it easier to do business outside.
This money is in addition to the $150,000 each association can apply for from the Take It Outside campaign. Rick Simone with the Federal Hill Commerce Association saying these expansions are needed.
When you had the grant program that only gave out 7 out of the 50 million, it was a realization that there was more people that wanted to apply but needed the process to be less cumbersome.
Venturini says we're in the thick of it. She describes the list of closures as fluid, fearful more will be added soon.
My heart tells me, and what I hear is that we're going to see many more as the weather gets colder.
And all of these dining associations are reminding people the best thing you can do is support local restaurants. If you're not comfortable going out to eat, remember there is a takeout option. And of course, Brian and Kim, gift cards are always on the table as well.
Now, look at a new round of challenges for Rhode Island's restaurant industry.
Summer is obviously winding down, and that means the clock is ticking for outdoor dining. New at 5, we're hearing from some of the ideas local restaurants are cooking up to keep it going.
12 News reporter Brandon Truitt is live in Providence with what restaurant owners are planning to do. Brandon?
Well, Mike and Shannon, it has been described as a saving grace for restaurants during this pandemic. Outdoor dining. We've all seen those images of alfresco weekends here on the Hill, but now with the sun setting on summer, there is a renewed focus and plans already in the works to keep these tables filled with customers.
We've all become pretty reliant on outdoor dining.
The sights and sounds of summer on Federal Hill a little different this year. Just one of the changes the pandemic has placed on staples like Constantino's.
It's really difficult with the spacing guidelines to get enough people inside.
Outdoor dining, just one of the innovative ways restaurants have adapted to keep food on the table.
The temperature's already started changing.
Rick Simone with the Federal Hill Commerce Association says they felt the difference already.
This past weekend, we had a report that business was down by 27% across the board for restaurants because the temperatures dropped.
Those concerns top of mind for state leaders as well. During her briefing Wednesday, Governor Gina Raimondo expanding eligibility for restaurants looking for grants, extra money to make outdoor dining last longer.
Heating lamps, outdoor furniture, tents, bike racks, Wi-Fi, tables, chairs, lighting.
I think that the money that they've allotted right now will help some places get started. The question is going to be how long can we make that money last?
Some of the governor's ideas already seen here at Constantino's. Heating lamps lining parts of De Pasquale Square. Simone says the Hill will need more than 100 more to keep alfresco dining going through the fall, with restaurants forced to innovate yet again.
It's about changing, finding something new.
And the governor says as of now she's not interested in expanding the indoor dining limit.